All right, everyone. Hurricane Milton has de-strengthened to a Category 4, but it's still going to be a catastrophic storm for Central Florida. For any clankers that are in Florida, I really hope that you prepared. I really hope that you either moved inland or at least battened down the hatches, that you have supplies. You're probably not even watching me right now because you're probably without power. As far as the hurricane that time forgot, though, that's Helene. That's the one that moved across the Carolinas, clipped part of Tennessee, and caused catastrophic damage in southern Appalachia. I've noticed that not a lot is being said about that right now by the legacy media. And I think that I know why. It's rather inconvenient. You're in an election year. The legacy media has circled wagons around Kamala Harris. And her first proclivity is not to address the catastrophic damage to the domestic population. Her first proclivity is to talk about Lebanon. She got soundly ratioed as a result of this, by the way. Thankfully, cannot delete it because of U.S. law with regards to data retention. She talks about Lebanon. Well, we're going to send 130 million more to the Lebanese people. You know, we've just funded them being bombed, but now we're going to help them. And that's a little bit strange in and of itself. But at the same time, you've got a major domestic disaster. You are the Vice President of the United States. You are the second in command of the executive branch. You're also the border czar. She doesn't take that job seriously either. You're supposed to at least mention the fact that people are suffering and saying, well, the government is here and it's here to help, or something ghoulish like that. At the very least, that's the least that you can do. She didn't even do that. To my recollection, she never even mentioned the goddamn subject. I wonder why the legacy media wouldn't want to talk about it too much. You've got hundreds of thousands of people throughout North Carolina especially, and in other places adjacent, who don't currently have power, who are currently itinerant. They are wandering around not knowing what the fuck they're doing. And the government comes along and says, hey, here's $750. Great, so I can buy a hotel room, a cheap hotel room for a week. That's basically the sum and substance of what the government is offering me. My home is gone. My car is currently out at sea somewhere, possibly. Maybe it's still there, but it'll require $5,000 of repairs. My home is gone. Maybe I lost a relative. That's entirely possible. You know, I found her out in the cabbage patch. It used to be a cabbage patch. Now it's a human asshole patch. And yeah, my life is completely fucked. Thank you for the $750. That's so wonderful. It'll go a long way. It won't go a long way. Dude, the prices will be jacked up in the wake of the hurricane anyway because of a lack of demand. And so yeah, you get your $10 jar of pickles. I'm sure that'll be very helpful. The legacy media doesn't want to discuss the issue. They don't want to talk about it at all, because it's so damning for Kamala Harris's campaign. She is part of the current inception of the U.S. government. They were caught with their pants down. They have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea how to respond. All they can do is say, well, we wasted most of FEMA's money on migrants. You know, that's certainly another thing that the legacy media doesn't want to talk about. And so, yeah, here's $750. Yeah, I'm sure it'll go real far. It'll be real great. $750, dude. You wipe your ass with $750 under Bidenomics anyway. $750 means nothing anymore. It's not even going to pay your rent for a month. It's not the 19 days, as Kamala would put it. It's not the 1950s anymore. Well, it's not the 1990s either. The good times are not rolling. The good times are bye-bye. They are far gone. And Kamala Harris appears not to understand this fact, probably because she doesn't have to pump her own gas or buy her own groceries. Did you see her try to buy Doritos? Yeah, that went over so well. There are certain things that have been memory hold over the last couple of months, not without good reason, for political reasons. Yeah, there's a reason for that, dude. Kamala Harris doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. She's completely clueless. She's not a leader. That's the whole point of this election is we have a choice. We can have somebody who is capable of leading. Generally speaking, that's Donald Trump. He's not perfect. He's not going to make perfect decisions. He's not going to always do the right thing. Sometimes he's going to fail. But you have somebody who is ultimately capable of leading, versus somebody, Kamala Harris, who is completely incapable of doing jack shit. She doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. She's literally clueless. She's like a goddamn schoolgirl. I can't even imagine that there are people that are taking her seriously for any reason other than she's got a D after her name and idpol. That's basically it. That's about all. Peace out.